that time.
You are now about to witness
Knicks real talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand, his hands on going hard like calluses. Who style this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, we get it like crypto. In the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We shoot like confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Knicks going to the wire, hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, so we popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. So picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding the orange blue sky. And Metropolitan, we connecting the vets go wallowing. And the matters off the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of fashion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks kid assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Salute, everybody. What's popping Friday night. Knicks on MSG, front row seat, doing it just to get there. But we right in here. It's Knicks Real Talk, the pregame show. Divine, Shaw Powers. We're going to break down the Utah Jazz and the New York Knicks game at MSG today. And we also going to look at the first quarter of the season, ladies and gentlemen. 21 games in. New York Knicks looking pretty good there. So we're going to break all that down, man. I'm just excited to get in here and talk about that and also talk about this upcoming game, which don't make no mistake, can be a trap game, ladies and gentlemen, because they got some good players over there. But first and foremost, let me bring this brother in with the orange drip all over the place. Got it popping, man. Shaw Powers, what's good, my dude?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about these last 20 games and this pregame about to get on and stuff.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Yes, indeed. Crim's dad, what's good? Crim's dad, we need to holler at Sobrano because they do owe us some money for promoting them all the time. So for real. But soon to my man, Crim's dad, Dios, one of my brothers, is in the building. What's good? OD, man, what's popping? Daniel Berry, what's popping? Prezi, the boss, of course, is in the building. And Queen Darlene, say no more. She in the building with us as well. It's all good, man. You know, Knicks, they had a pretty good thing. So we're going to start off, let's jump into the season, man. It's the season, Shaw Powell. I got some thoughts about the season so far. 21 games in, ladies and gentlemen. And so we're gonna definitely jump into that because I think it's a lot to talk about. I hope that a lot of people can get in before we get deep into it and they can have some thoughts down the line. But, Shaw Powell, 21 games into the season. The Knicks right where they at, man. 14-7, second in the Eastern Conference. They looking pretty good right now, and and they with little peaks and valleys here there, but more peaks than valleys. Shaw Powers, they came into the season with some high expectations, new players and a bench unit, new coach, a lot of new things that happened. We got a lot of our players who was here last year. I'm talking about the starter five, they back, and we're a little healthier this year, other than Anunoby going down for 9 games in a extended period of time, ladies and gentlemen. But for the most part, the Knicks look pretty good. They look pretty good to me. And like I said, it's still early, but we got a quarter of the season out the way, and to sit there at 14-7 and end the second seed in the East, with under all the circumstances, you can't be mad at that. I'm not, believe it or not. Like I said, and I put up some of the thoughts and everything on the game so we can really look at some of the numbers and the players and all that good stuff. But we came into the season with a target on our back, ladies and gentlemen. We was once the hunter, but now we the hunted. because everybody know that we are really in prime position to get to the finals. So a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference or in the NBA for that matter, when they come to play the Knicks, they're looking to beat us. They looking to come in there and do some work. And we had some teams that really tried to put work in on us. We lost 7 games, but you know what? And so be it. But we also won 14 games. We got a dominant home record, ladies and gentlemen, 11-1. They playing good at MSG. They beat some quality teams, and and they lost to some quality teams, Shot Powers. But overall, so far, the numbers don't lie. They look pretty good, and I think they're going to be even better once like Anunoby getting the fold after missing 9 games and all that stuff like that. So, for me, the season's been good so far, man. Is it where I wanted to be? No, because I wanted 15-5, but we 14-7. But overall, Shot Powell, I think so far the first quarter of the season has not been bad at all. I just think we let a couple of games get away, and due to the fact, like any other team, Shot Powell in the NBA, we had some injuries that kind of derailed some of our movement, but for not so much. We've still been pretty good without Anunoby and Shannon for the last so many games. Though we missed a couple of games, and so on and so on, we still pretty good, man. What's your thoughts so far and on your take on the first quarter of the season? Your microphone, Brody.
What can I say, man? We are we're at a good record. Right now we're on an average of winning about 52, 53 games. We done beat some good teams, and we lost to some decent looking teams too. You know what I mean? So, the team is still looking like they were not so much now, but in the beginning they were in the first 5 or so, 7, 10 games or so. They looked like they was trying to figure out that, but they were still winning. And I mean, and then they got that home little run that they did when they ran off about 6, 7 games straight, and they started getting it together. Then acquire a road win well into the season. I think it was the 11th game? I forgot exactly what game it was. Damn, I forgot that. And when we won the first road win, and then now we are starting to accomplish some road wins. So with that being said, the team is rounding out, you know what I mean? And we've done this all without having Shamuth and without having OG majority of these games. I think OG's been out 10, 10-3,
9 games he's been out.
9, something like that. So we had 7-3 or 7-2 or something like that without him out or something like that. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking somewhere around there. So not a bad record without OG being out. So with him coming back, I think he's on the we'll see if he'll play tonight. He'll get out there and scrimmage a little bit before the game. He might play tonight. So the team has come a long way, you know what I mean? From starting from playing 11 people from off the roster to get down to a designated 8 or 9 guys, you know what I mean? That 9.5 that Brown was talking about. And once again, have won against some good teams and have lost against some good teams as well.
Yeah, real talk. For me, obviously coming into the season, and this was crazy to me, and I thought about these numbers and everything. We came into the season with a new coach, a new bench, pretty much a whole new bench in a sense. We lost. We addition by subtraction. We let some players go in the second unit. We brought some new players in, and obviously these new players that we brought in, Clarkston, Yabusele, they were probably about the 2 major, and everybody else has pretty much been around. They and obviously we drafted the Wara. Kolik has been here. These guys are going into their second years. And so far, I think our bench has been. I think they at the expectation minus Yabu not really getting to where he had to go yet. I think I'm happy with the Clarkson signing. No question about that. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna even pay more dividends down the line. Compared to last year, I still think this team is way better than last year. Matter of fact, Powell, I said so. I was thinking about this here. The guys that we had on the bench last year, the past season, 3 of them not even in the league. 3 of them not even in the league. Shop Powell, Dylan Ryder's not playing nowhere. Campaign's not playing nowhere. Who am I talking about? PJ Tucker's not playing nowhere. And Pressure Achua just got recently picked up by the Kings after being picked up by the Heat and then released. So, which is interesting to me is like the bench that we had the past year to the bench this year obviously is better. And what's crazy, I thought about this the other day. Carl Anthony Towns numbers, which is 22 last year, 24, 13. You almost could put everybody numbers on the bench together on the New York Knicks bench last year, and they don't equal this number. Because what was our scoring last year? We were pretty low in the scoring off the bench last year, right?
Yeah, 22. I think it was like 22, 21, 22, 23, somewhere around there for the bench.
Yep. And the reason why I say that because just Carl Anthony Towns numbers alone, 24 and 13, he out-rebounded and outscored our whole bench last year, Shot Powers. That is crazy. So that just goes to show you how we come from where we were at last year with the bench to the bench we have now. Because now you got Deuce McBride in there. At one time, Josh Hart, but that might change. And Clarkston. And we was, this bench is scoring. We seen this bench score 60 points in one game. We seen them score down at 40 in one game. So I think compared to last year's numbers, Shot Power, we came a long way. And I think still we got a long way to go. But for the first 20, 21 games, 14-7, one of your key players missing some games, your star player missing a couple of games, and so on and so on. Mitch on a little bit of load management here and there on back-to-back. I think we are really in a good spot, Shot Powers, because we 14-7, and we second in the Eastern Conference. And we went through these things with our team with the injuries and all that, like any other team in the NBA. So I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty happy with where we at the first 21. I really am on 14-7. I'm good with where we at because I know that it's going to get better. Anunoby's back. This guy's back. And it's going to get better. And I came up with this analogy, maybe, ladies and gentlemen, Shot Powers, and I pass it. I'm see if I can get through it in 3 minutes. I want y'all to picture this here. You had a vehicle. You've been driving it for 4 years. Driving the car like crazy. Then you get a new car. The new car is Mike Brown. So you get the new car. You get in the car, like in your old car, which was Tibbs. You know all the buttons at in the car. You know what all these buttons in your old car at. But you get that new car. Now you have to figure out where's the switch to this thing at? Where's the switch to that thing at? How do I put the air conditioner on? And this is Mike Brown's system now, right? So we get the system, the team trying to figure out how to drive Mike Brown's car. I'm just trying to figure out how to drive this new car I got now. So, and these are the players going through this thing right quick. But in the course of that, they're not driving the car as good because they haven't mastered the car. They just bought it. You know what I mean? So they're trying to master the car, where the air conditioner, like I said. But then they reach into the glove compartment and they pull out the owner's manual, Mike Brown's playbook. So they go into the glove compartment, read the owner's manual, which is Mike Brown's playbook, and gradually they start mastering the system, doing their homework, and they start driving the car a little better. Okay, that's our players. They drive the car a little better because they know how to drive this new car now, which is Mike Brown's system, because they done read the manual and did all this good stuff. So now they're at a point now where their cars, as they go more and more, drive the car more and more, they get more comfortable with driving the car. That's playing on Mike Brown's system. I mean, you follow me with that, right? So now I think they done got to a point where they can drive that car, go in there, switch the buttons now, know where everything at. You know what I mean? And I think that's where our team is at. Now they done got to that level. They familiar with Mike Brown's system, so there's no more trying to figure out all the nuances of the car. Now let's see if we can drive that car up and down the East Coast for a while. Then hopefully we can drive that car across to the West Coast in the finals. You know what I mean? And go on a road trip and win that shit. You know what I mean? So I think that's where we at overall with that analogy, that we finally learned how to drive Mike Brown's car, his system, blah, blah, blah. And I think we're starting to see it now, Shop. It look like they're more comfortable driving that car in this system in 21 games. And I think that's a good thing. If y'all understand the analogy I just put out there.
That was a great analogy right there, Divine. To antiquate his style to the way a new car is, because it is just like that, Divine. You made some great points, because just getting a new car, finding out all where to, I still don't know. I mean, I know how to do it, but it still feels like when I go to do my automatic start from my old truck, it was, that's Tom Thibodeau's system. And this new one, I'm still like, I got to hit it 2 times and then press the button. That's Mike Brown's system. So I get it. I get 100% where you go with that. And it's a great point, because these guys are – Mike Brown also had to learn the guys. Mike Brown came in here. We always talk about Mike Brown coming into the system with AMG. You know what I mean? He came in here with guys that already know how to play together, guys that are work together, guys that are professionals, young veterans and stuff like that. That guys that last year, with all the chaos that went on last year, still won 50 games, still made it to the second round of the playoffs and stuff like that. And I mean, this team here, better bench, and now it's going to be a nuance to the starting unit, or back to what the starting unit used to be. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I definitely believe that they know how to step on the accelerator now. You know what I mean? And they are learning how to hit the brake fast too, because hitting the brake meaning stopping the guys shooting these 3-point shots, and they're getting a little bit better. Not much, but it's noticeable. They're starting to try to spray out a little bit better, not leaving guys so much open. You still get guys, even when the Knicks are on offense, they get open shots. So it's not like the Knicks are letting every team get open with shots. Knicks get open shots just the way they run their offense, or how the ball is moved and all that stuff to get you into an open shot. That drive and kick out is where you get the open shots, and the Knicks are starting to get it together. And I like the way that they're rounding out, man. The guys that we talked about in the beginning of the year on paper are starting to show what on paper really means. Deuce McBride is a big part of that. You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about the second unit now. Oh, they suck and all that stuff. If you pay attention to the game, and I'm not pointing no fingers, but you pay attention to the game, Josh Hart right now is in the starting unit. Deuce McBride right now is in the starting unit. Those guys last week were in the bench. I mean, those guys were coming off the bench, i.e., why when our bench was so strong, scoring almost 60 points one game, because of these guys that now starting. There's only Clarkson that you could really say you want to depend on right now. There's no Shaman in there, nobody right now. Yabusele looked good, but he's not scoring 15, 12, 15 points a night. Mitchell Robinson's not a scorer in the second unit. So, you know what I mean? These are the things that you have to also take into consideration. But I think he is leading these guys with this AMG, fully stocked, fully loaded, 1,000 RPMs, all the way down the road, down down 8th Ave.
Yeah, facts. Real point. He inherited a good team, and like I said, first of all, salute to the chat, man. Everybody in the building. Crim's dad, what's up? Jeremy. Jeremy's house was good. Jeremy house piece of God a lot. David M. Right. And Tredell sound was good. Salute to everybody, man, for coming in. Real talk. Nick fan, let's go, my man. What's good? Jermaine Royce and JR was popping. Nation was popping. Like I said, we'll go through all these things. Everybody. But here's the one thing that's interesting to me. Just Nick just popped in the bill as well. Salute to the whole chat. If you look at where we at right now, and I want to see if I can put up the individual team and player stats for y'all, if it allow me with everything else I got on the screen right now. I do have a lot of stuff up there. Yeah, here we go. If you do it. Yeah, it might not give it to me. Okay, let me take some stuff off and I get back at that. I really want to kind of put up this. You can see where these guys is at with what they got going on. There you go, right there. I know it might be hard to see, but ladies and gentlemen, if you look at right now for where the Knicks is at, player-wise, Jalen Brunson, shot powers, 19 games. He missed 2, 34 minutes a game, 27.6. He's doing pretty well. Rebound 3.2 for a guard, 6.4 assists, which he down from last year was 7.5, averaging almost a steal a game. 2.7 a turnover to assist ratio. Not bad. He missed 2 games, ladies and gentlemen, obviously an ankle sprain. Big Cat, shot powers, 21 games. He haven't missed a game all year. So the Big Cat so far. 33 minutes. These guys' minutes is down too, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's impressive. Minutes are down. So they get these numbers with, instead of 38 minutes a game, 39, they getting them at 34, 33. He having 33.7, 22.7 a game. He's still around 12 rebounds, which is down, and 3.6, which is good for a big man. 1 point, let's say 1 block, 1 steal, pretty much around there. Assisted turnover 1.3. His scoring numbers is down from last year. Rebounds were pretty much the same. Percentage-wise, he's shooting 46.7. Jalen Brunson shooting 47 from the 1. Jalen Brunson shooting 35 from downtown. Cat's 30 shooting number from downtown is around 33. If you see it here at the bottom of the screen, the second right here. Let me get that over there. I'm sorry, but he's down a little bit with his 3-point shooting, which I think it'll come up as well. But so far, so good. Foul tech, he 87 shot powers. Jalen Brunson, 85.7. Not bad at all. 2-point percentage, 53 and 53. So they doing well in the area. Mikal Bridges, ladies and gentlemen, haven't missed a game. 35 minutes a game, 17 points a game, almost 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 4.4 assist to turnover ratio. He is averaging, he's shooting 53 from the floor, ladies and gentlemen. 53 from the floor, 43 from downtown, 80 from the charity stripe. That's why that man is in that running for what he's shooting for. Top out. He's having an outstanding year for the Knicks. A very outstanding year for the Knicks. Anunoby obviously missed nine games, 15.8 a game, 31 minutes a game, almost 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He was out having a pretty decent year so far. And obviously, he went down with injury, but he was also 47% from the field, not bad. He knocked him down at 39%, ladies and gentlemen, from downtown. Shooting 76 from the charity stripe. So I think he's shooting 57% in the 2-point area. So far, so good for our top guys. And then obviously Josh Hart only missed 1 game, scoring 29 minutes a game, 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, missed a triple-double damn near. Them are the things that's so impressive to me, shot power. And a caveat to that, my man Josh Hart shooting 38% from downtown this year. 38%. That's that guy that you were last year. We said, leave him open. What the hell? You know what I mean? But now, over the summer, he went and worked on the 3-point game. He's shooting 81 for the charity stripe, shooting an astonishing 58% from the 2-point area. So overall, good job for him. Another guy I think is having a great, outstanding year for me is Deuce McBride, 18 games.
Right.
Only in 19 minutes a game, he averaging 27 minutes a game, 11.4 points a game, almost 3 rebounds, almost 3 assists. Defense is real well, and he is shooting. Malcolm Brown is shooting 44% from downtown, ladies and gentlemen. 44. He is knocking them things down there, and on top of that, his defense has been impeccable. He is guarding some of the best guards in the league, and he's holding his own down there. Obviously, Jordan Clarkson is coming in. Landon Sherman had a great year. So I think our bench is pretty much. Let's go through that right quick. I'll put the points up there, then we move on because I don't want to, let's go to the bench, ladies. And Deuce McBride and Hart was once part of that bench. Landon Sherman, 20 minutes, 9 points a game. Cole, 3 points a game. Mitchell Robinson, 3 points a game. Yabusele, 2.6. So though we still kind of struggling from the bench, but I do think if you take Deuce McBride numbers and put them on the bench, then our bench is way over last year. And if you could take Josh Hart numbers at the time, his 12 points a game, Deuce McBride 11 points a game, Clarkson's 10 points per game, Sherman's 9 points per game. You are literally scoring double of what our bench put out there last year, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I stay optimistic about this team because the numbers don't lie. I don't care about all the other stuff. What's important to me is the numbers. And the numbers telling me right now, as a team in the NBA, the New York Knicks are shooting 37% from downtown, 47.2 from the floor. They snatching down 45 rebounds a game, and they're around 27 assists a game, shot powers, 8 steals a game. I think overall we got to kind of be happy with where they at, under all the circumstances of one of our major defenders, one of our better 3-point shooters has been out for a while and all that good stuff. So I'm really static where they at. I'm happy about where they at, and I think they're going to be even better. We just got to hopefully that these cats can stay healthy, man. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I think I don't want to put this stat out there, and I didn't get a chance to look it up today. But I think we're doing better than we were last year at this time. You know what I mean? I think we're doing a game or so better or something like that. I think it's 1 or 2 games or something like that. But whatever it is, they're starting to get it. And like I said, man, this team knows what they need to do to win. And I mean, we noticed this last year watching this team, the way they play defense in spurts. And I mean, this team last year struggled to get to around 13, 15 in defense last year. But when they played defense in certain games, they really locked teams down, keeping teams under 100 points like we have been doing in these last couple of games. So we know how to play defense. We do get led astray when we try to outscore a team without playing defense. And those are some of the games that we've seen recently when the games are 120 to something to 117, 120, 23 to 117, stuff like that. So I think over the first 5 games, they got introduced to each other in Mike Brown's system. The next 5 games, they instituted a way of playing some type of staggered defense, this quasi zone-ish style defense. The next couple of games, everybody was some hurt, with some injuries going on, and they still got some wins doing that, and they still continue to receive wins from great basketball. If you don't think the Knicks are playing good basketball without OG Anunoby and Landry Shamet right now, I think it's 7-2 with him being out. So I think they're playing pretty good.
Yeah, real talk, man. So to everybody in the chat, we gonna get the pregame going on. We just wanted to get the first quarter thing out there and just see where we at from a team perspective with all the variables and all that stuff. Knowing that we down a player here or there. Mitchell Robinson on load management a little bit, and Anobi was out for a while. Shannon now is out, and overall, what I'm happy about this here, ladies and gentlemen, obviously there's some pros and cons to this thing. We, like Shaw Power said, we wasn't really happy with the role, the defense on the 3-point line. We wasn't happy with the role losing. So there's but there's more peaks than valleys. There's more pros and cons, but there's some cons there. We still got to figure out that 3-point defense and all that good stuff. But there's not a lot of negative things that we can say about the team because, first of all, just like any other team, the New York Knicks is second in the East, ladies and gentlemen. Every other team in the Eastern Conference probably been through what we've been through: injuries, losing star players, Orlando losing Pablo Banchero, so on and so on. You know what I mean? Everybody has Heat losing Tyler Hero, but for us to be 14-7, second in the East, and I guaranteed you, if you didn't lose Anunoby for 9 games, we probably won 6 of them at least. You understand what I'm saying, Shaw Power? So I think it's important to keep that in mind, is that if Anunoby didn't go down, we might be first in the Eastern Conference.
Right now,
it means that much.
Right now,
yeah,
we only back 2.5 games. You're talking about 4 more wins. If Anunoby and Shamu was here, we'd be first right now.
And that's what I try to look. I try to look at all of them things, man. Whereas he was playing well, like Jay said, he was playing real well. And some games that he might could have been a defense stop away or a corner 3-point shot or whatever from really, winning a couple of games. So overall, we 11-1 at home. We 3-6 on the road. Like the guard Alawa said, we got to be better on the road. We got to win some games on the road, and I think we finally starting to get there. But let's see how it goes the next 10 games, ladies and gentlemen. Now with Anunoby back, I think our bench they'll get stronger because now Deuce or Hart going back to the bench. Now that strengthens our bench more. You know what I mean? Now it's Clarkson, McBride, or Clarkson, Hart, or whoever they throw back there. I don't know, with Mitchell Robinson and so on. So I'm really looking forward to this next stretch. I'm really looking for the next stretch of the 10 games. Obviously, another good thing that we didn't talk about real quick is that we are still in the cup. You know what I mean? That's are in the cup, ladies and gentlemen. We are still got a chance to win the Emirates Cup. And with Anunoby coming back now, you got the Jazz. Then you got Orlando. Then we go down next week to Toronto. When Anunoby back in the building, which I thought was going to happen, going back to his home original place where they drafted him at. We got a roster that can go down there and try to get this advance in the cup. So it's a lot of good things that can happen. Let's see how it goes. But I'm glad he backed Shaw Power. So other than that, it's game day, ladies and gentlemen. We on Friday night Knicks shit on MSG. Let's get it. Excuse me. We got the Knicks and the Utah Jazz. There you go, right there. I'm looking forward to this game. This is a game, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot sleep on. Do not sleep on these boys over here. Their record don't indicate how really good they really are. The talent anyway. Keon George is a handful. We know Market is a handful. And that young boy coming out of Rutgers, Ace Belly, he could get it. He could get it. This ain't no Charlotte Hornet King. These cats they assist the ball real well. I'll put their numbers up in a minute. Let me get through this here. I'll open up the panel. Y'all come on in and make your presence known. But Shaw Powers, we cannot sleep on these guys tonight because Laurie Market can get it. Keon George can get it. Ace Belly can get it. They even got Chevy, ladies and gentlemen. Chevy over there. You know what I mean? And real talk. And so the Tuck 40 in the building. Tanuk 40, what's good? Yeah, we in here. Appreciate you coming in for real. That's what's up. Shaw Powell, but they got a good team down there. They 8-13. They beat the Nets last night. Now they come here to play us on the back-to-back. And they got that dude flip the center, can knock him down from out there too. Danny assisting 30 assists a game. I'm gonna put them up in a minute though. Overall, Shot Powers, this is a game we cannot sleep on. We need to go out here and handle these guys because they can easily run up out of MSG with a win because their offense is that good for sure.
Well, since it's in the Garden, teams really get up for us. I mean, it's just has to be said every game. Everywhere where the New York Knicks go, teams get up for the New York Knicks, and this is no difference. I think whatchamacallit is out. Their center, the one that we was looking to try to get.
Kessler.
So, we got to watch out for marketing. And that young boy that you just mentioned, I seen the other day on some previews.
H. Belly.
Yeah, I think it's oh man, that is we got a very but this is not a trap game. This game is a game you could really lose. These guys play basketball. They just haven't got it together yet. So let's not let them have them get it together tonight. Let's continue to go out there controlling the pace and grabbing some rebounds, putting the ball in the basket. Nip this in the bud early. But like I say, when teams play New York Knicks, you got to be cardiac Knicks every night, man. Gee, Willikers.
Yep, real talk. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, streaming on NBA League Pass, and it is on MSG NBA League Pass. And that's where it's going to be televised from my standpoint. But let's go ahead and get into the stats and everything. I do want to open up the panel and let some of the guys get in, give me their thoughts on the first half of the season and all that good stuff. So we in here, man. It's Friday Night Knicks on MSG. Divine, Shot Powers, the chat, Knicks, Utah Jazz. Let's get it popping. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Don't hide, divide, none of that. Let's get it, man. Let's do it, man. We'll be back in a minute, ladies. And here you go to start lineups, injury reports, and everything. Let's get this thing popping, man. Here we go. Shot Powers, look at them numbers right there. We go over that real quick, ladies and gentlemen. We still around 120 again. Look at them guys, ladies and gentlemen. 118.7. They're scoring 122. Look at their rebounding number. They literally out rebound us by 2% points. Their assists, they're averaging 30 assists per game. We 27. We 37 from downtown. They are 34.2 from downtown. Field goal percentage wise, we are 47.2. They're 45.7. Shot Power, this team, like I said, they got a bunch of guys there who really could play basketball. And I'm telling y'all, Flip, I can't pronounce his name right. Mikowski, whatever. That guy, he could knock him down as well. He's a rugged dude. Larry Marketing. But Keon George, ladies and gentlemen, right now the season is averaging like 23 to 28 points a game. He's really lighting it up. So they got a squad, man, that can really go out there and put some pressure on the New York Knicks. And I really think we got to go out there and be on our A game tonight because we don't want to take these guys for granted. These cats can go out there and really cause a problem. We sleep on their individual talent out there because they do have some. So other than that, Shot Power, I think it's a game we can't take for granted. We got to go out there and be on our best game and don't act like these cats is a cakewalk. They're not. The only advantage we might have tonight is they played last night. So we got to hope we cross T's and dot I tonight and make the best of what we got because we're gonna need it tonight because these cats can really get out there and light it up if you allow them to. And I think we gotta be on our A game tonight, and don't sleep on these guys. Real quick, let me put this out there, and then now we get back at it. Ladies and gentlemen, to all those need to see right now, them guys are in a white drip tonight in MSG, ladies and gentlemen. We are in our black drip. I love it when we're in a black. I love that look. I hope we carry that through the playoffs. That means we're coming to do some murdering. We're going for funerals in that drip right there. Ladies and gentlemen, they starters, Keon George, Sebi, this is like I put up there, but look at their numbers. My man averaging 23, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists a game. Mahalik, Chevy, he's averaging 9, Ace Belly 10, Marketing 28, and Nurkic is not the starter. Is Flip Ransky. He's going to be a Kyle Flip Ransky going to be in there. Other than that, we already know what we're doing out there tonight. So we just got to be careful. They missing these guys. I think I put all this out there. I just wanted to get it out there real quick. But other than that, Shot Power, we got to go out there and cross T's and dot out and get a pop of the night, man. And I'll open up the channel in a minute. Y'all guys can come on in here.
Yeah, man. I just think the Knicks have a good chance against every team. You know what I mean? And when we come on Knicks Road Talk, I'm going to try to formulate something in my head to make it seem like the Knicks can win that night. And the Knicks tonight win on moving the ball. It's about really controlling the pace against this team. This is a West Coast team. Usually West Coast teams really move the ball and get up and down the court. And you see that this team moves the ball, 30 assists. The claiming that 30 assists, the Knicks win basketball games, stuff like that. It's more like 27, but 30 assists is a lot of passing the basketball. That's a lot of good shots. And that is, if you open, they're knocking down shots. So we have to really pay attention to this team and play with great detail and really get out to the three-point shot. I think if we relinquish them from hitting three-point shots and leave it to us against them driving to the hole, I think we beat them. And I think all our usual suspects come out and have a really good game against this team because it's a West Coast team, it's Utah, and it's marketing. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. I think what I'm also want to see tonight is it's going to be some good matchups in that game. If Anunoby starting, I'm not sure. I think somebody probably let us know before the game get close to a hand. But everything I had is projection. So sometimes they let you know in a half hour for the game who actually going to be starting and all that good stuff. But for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, here's something that's crazy. I had told Shop Howard, I think I told the chat and everybody as well. Last week, by the end of this week, the New York Knicks will probably be in first place. Obviously, that Boston game derailed us a little bit because if we would have beat Boston right now, we'd be 15-6. And the Detroit Pistons are 17-5, ladies and gentlemen. We are right on their heels, and they lose. And now the Detroit Pistons, like I said earlier, they playing stiffer competition. Now we're going to see how the Detroit's rest of the, before the half of the season get through how theirs go. Toronto Raptors lost last night to the Lakers. We in second in the Eastern Conference, followed by Toronto, Miami, Boston, Orlando, and Philly. The game last night, they beat the Warriors on a tip-in by B.J. Edgecombe and a block shot at the other end to beat them in Philly last night. So a lot of the teams that we expected to be where we at, they starting to get there. Obviously, Giannis and them going the other way. Atlanta's 13-10, Cleveland 13-10. So they got, but think about it, ladies and gentlemen, just like all them teams, like I said earlier, they had injuries too, but we had some too. But that tell you how that's the mark of a good team where you can sustain the injuries and still be in the position that you win. 14-7 New York Knicks, let's get it. I'm happy about that. We just got to keep pushing the envelope. Tonight's game is, like I said, it's going to be an interesting one. Them Cats got a good team down here, a young team. I don't think they're going to go nowhere unless they find a way to sneak into the play-in once they get healthy. Like I said, they don't got Nang, good three-point shooter. Obviously, Walker Kessler out for the season. That hurts them pretty much a big time because he was the enforcement down there. And obviously, Yusuf Nurkic, when he get back, he's gonna be another. He normally was starting, and Flip Mansky will come off the bench. So that's a tough loss for them. But we'll see when they get back. But I think they're gonna have a chance to get into the play-in and everything like that. But they do got some good talent down there, so we'll see how it goes. But just let me open up the panel, bring Jay Chosen in. And he can get his thoughts up in here. Jay Chosen, what's good, my man?
Salute, peace.
What's good, bro?
I'm bad about yesterday. I don't know what the hell was happening yesterday. I was out and about. It was freezing My fingertips kept pressing. I was like, what the? Ah! But anyway, hype out the game. Listening to what you had to say about it. You know, I agree with like all of it, man. You know, the bench. I mean, I know that I've always said that Miles McBride, to me, had to earn being Deuce. And because he was taking steps up, taking steps back, taking steps up, taking steps back earlier in the year, very earlier. No. Deuce McBride. Deuce. Just Deuce. You don't even need the last name. Forget the last name. His name is Deuce. All right? That's it. He is hitting the Deuce hits the tray, nothing but net. Water. Right? It's like switching a subway, the 2 to the 3, like boom, bang. It's crazy. So, and Josh Hart, you know, everything you said about Hart. I mean, Hart generally is the heart of the team. He Swiss Army knife, does everything right. You know, so I definitely, you know, I'm excited. You know, one thing I want to say is that, you know, do you just mention, was that Kessler you were just talking about going down?
Mm-hmm. He's
Yeah.
out for the
Shoulder.
That's a, you know, I love, you know how I felt about Kessler early in the year about, you know, if there was a move to be made. But the fact of the matter is the team astronomically changed when he went down. But still, let's not forget, it's an NBA team. We are better than them. There is no doubt about that.
facts.
But you can lose on any night if you sleep on the NBA team. So they got to go out there, the P's and the Q's, do everything that Shah say at the end with the assists and get the right percentages. But I like the way they're moving the ball. I like the way what they're looking like, and we're doing this without OG, right?
That's
I
huge.
love seeing Mitch come off the bench. I would love to see him do a little bit more minutes. I kind of understand what they're doing. It feels like I'm starting to get it a little bit. It's just kind of like we need him to get there. And right now, you look at our record, it's not detrimental to our team that he's not playing 30 minutes a game at this particular minute. If it was hurting our team, I would say a lot more about it. But look where we are. We're knocking on the door of the top, right? We're right there. So I think we're committed. The team is committed. Mikhail's playing his. I think he's playing. You know, if people still have. I can't believe that people. When I talk to them, they're still talking about picks. The kid, the guy plays great defense. He has found his stride. He just needed to find where he belonged, and I think he found it. That's it. I know he found it. Yep. You can see it.
Yep.
I just gotta give out 2 quick shout outs, man. Latoya B, thank you for coming in. And D Public Enemy.
Oh man, good to see you,
Salute. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in and showing grace to Knicks Real Talk. And please come back at any given time that you want to. Back to the regular scheduled programming.
Make sure y'all understand that's not that one. That's my man though. That's not Chuck D. You know. That's my man, the Public Enemy, my brother. He been representing for a while out there. Good to see you, D Public Enemy. He you know, I remember D Public Enemy coming in following Knicks Real Talk back in the day. Thank you, my brother. Good to see you. First of all, D Public Enemy, because I see you now. That means you still out in the world. You still out here, D Public Enemy. I'm glad to see you, my man. And you, you know, you still around. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Good to see you, though. Real talk. Salute to everybody. Dougie Fresh, Rod Dude, AP, what's poppin', my dude? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Nick Yak is in the building, for sure. Salute to everybody. Sherman popped in the house. David June, everybody, man. Salute to thing. Just to pick back up some of the things Jay said. Yeah, man, for real. Josh Hart, Deuce Bryant, they're having a good year. And I think it got a lot to do with Mike Brown's system, ladies and gentlemen. It's where they getting shots at. It's how they getting shots. Like even McHale, I mean, these guys are in a system now that complements the way they play basketball. You know what I mean? And it's good to see. And now that Anunoby's back in the building, I really want to see how this thing's going to take off in the next 5-10 games. Don't get me wrong. Anunoby's going to come back, ladies, and he might be a little rusty. So don't expect him to come out here big game busting. You know what I mean? He got to get back into the flow, and all that good stuff. Hopefully he take a couple of games to get himself between today's game. If he plays in Orlando, then when we go to that cup game in Toronto, he got his stroke back and he get it popping. But he don't expect him to come out here tonight scoring 20. If he do, I ain't mad at him for that though. But I understand if he don't come out there tonight with a good game because he rusty. He just rusty. So it's all good. But other than that, man, this week Friday night, Nicking on MSG on KRT. It don't get no better than that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? We got Shaw Power, Jay Chosen in the house. The chat in the house. Let's go get this game, man. We get this game 15-7. I have 15-5, one game short from a win, 2 games in a loss column. And that's under the circumstances of being, like I said, without Anunoby for 9 games. This is a game we got to win because we got Orlando. I think it's Sunday. We got Orlando Sunday, and that's going to be a tough game. We owe them one, you know what I mean? But thank God it's in the Garden. So we got a chance to win 2 more games, man, and get to 16-7 hopefully, and then get ready to go into the Emirates Cup. Shop Power, Emirates Cup, get to the Emirates Cup 16-7, knocking on the door of top seed in the Eastern Conference, which we thought they were going to be anyway. Let's not get it twisted. We all predicted that. Me, you, Jace, people in the chat. We had 60 games, and I still think they're going to win it. Because if you could win 14-7 in the situation where we have been in, with one of your premier players out for 9 games, your main player out for 2 games, you're one of your quality centers playing off a low management every other game. Right. In a good place, ladies and gentlemen. They really are. I mean, they are in a good place to be under the circumstances. So I'm not going to take them for granted tonight. But Knicks need to get that thing out of here. And Shaw Powell win that game tonight and move on to the next. I think it'll be dope tonight.
Yeah, it's one step at a time. You know what I mean? Next man in front of you, and this is a team that you don't take lightly. You know what I mean? It's no team that you really could say in the NBA that you take lightly, but there are some teams that you should just know you're better than. And this is a team that you should feel that you're better than, especially by the record. But no, let's let everything be clear. If Divine put those numbers back up, their numbers is just as good as ours. You know what I mean? Their numbers is just as good as ours. They're just not winning with the percentages or how they game. They could be losing games by 3 or 5 points and stuff like that, but their numbers is just about where we are. 118, the out rebounding by 0.2%, out assisting us by 3 assists. The 3-point shot was down. I think it was ours is at 40. Was it 40? Field goal percentage. I'm sorry, is at 47. I think theirs was at like 44, 45 or something like that. But that's not too far from where we are right now. So let's not say that this team is a team that we should beat. This is a team that we need to beat, because if we come out with our A game, we should beat this team. But as Devon says always, you don't come with your A game. Excuse me, Devon, you get your ass whipped, boy.
Let me give a shout out. Somebody might have said it in the chat earlier, so I do know it was out there already if they did say it. But anyway, Mr.
That
T.
OG's playing?
Yes, sir. OG starting tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's good news right there. That means our bench gets stronger, because whether it's Deuce or whoever one going back to that bench, that means our bench just got another player who's playing.
Who you think goes back, Divine?
I think it's going to be Josh Hart.
Who you think, Jay Chosen?
I think that it's most likely going to be. Oh man, but my running gut says that Deuce is going to play. That's my running gut, that Deuce is going to play. But it's weird because it's only because Cat gets 13 rebounds and plays more minutes than Mitch right now. So they're going to need more rebounding help on that second unit with the minutes, and Deuce is hitting those trays. So I think
I got Josh Hart started. I think they bring back the old team, the Josh Hart, with Mikal, OG, and Cat, the team that started last year and won 52 games last year. So, I mean, how many games they won last year? 51, 52, something like that.
51.
That's the team. That's the team that I think they bring out tonight. And if they run that team efficiently, I think Deuce McBride with Clarkson, and you might even see Tyler Kolek out there a little bit. I think you might even see a little bit of Hulk out there, because Hulk has really, to me, I always thought he rebounds the basketball great, and he made a little signing out there. I mean, I'm not saying he was no Brunson Burner out there, nothing like that, but he definitely looked a little bit more defensively sound than Yabo, in my opinion.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you did on with that because Josh Hart started. You going back to the original lineup for that?
I figured that.
Thank you.
I'll take it. Can I just say something? I agree with you, and that I was going to say that, but for some reason, I don't know why, I felt like they were going to go with the running, playing against Utah, with the running, and then having Hart being able to do all the things that he's able to do, coming off the bench is very impressive. But either way they go, I think we're in good shape, to be honest. You know, I'm not mad at them either way, but you make a very good what do you call that, argument for Hart to be the starter. No doubt about it.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, Nick Nation, what's poppin', my dude? Nick Nation for sure. What's good, my man? You know the door's open whenever. You know you're probably taking a break, but you know that door's always open for you, my brother. So that's what's up, though. Appreciate that. But you know what, man? Listen, this good news though, because now that means Jordan Clarkson and Deuce McBride, Yabusele, Mitchell Robinson,
Robinson,
and Tyler Kolek. I'm good right now. And that means when Shaman get back, things change also. But I like that. Our team has got a lot way stronger with Anunoby back in the fold. And AB said this trade talk is putting everyone on their best behavior. Yeah, man, it's rightfully so. AB
everybody would have performed now. No, nobody would be talking about it, no trade.
right. But I'm excited.
You see what they was trying to offer for Giannis? Whoosh.
I was dying to get in last night, but you know what? We talking about Utah tonight. I'll leave that for a game where there's space between games.
Yeah, that's a good thing though. Jay told us that Josh is starting, because one thing I do like about Josh Hart, and dude, you can't go wrong with either one, because you know why? Both of them can bring the ball up the court. And I noticed Jay told us now they even let Mikal bring the ball up the court.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it makes a big difference with Jalen Brunson having guys like Hart or Deuce. You can't go wrong either way. And now that Mikal seems like he can get the ball up the floor and let Jalen Brunson pretty much come up the floor, Jay Chosen without the ball in his hand, then he can get the ball when his time is needed. If the play breaks down, then give it to Mr. Ice so he can get it popping for you. So I'm good with the way that works and everything like that. Give me some quick thoughts on the way you feel about now that Josh Hart said. Now that you know that Josh Hart is starting, give me some quick thoughts on what you expect for this team to be like with Anunoby back, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Brunson, and Big Cat. That's a good team right there, bro. What's your thoughts?
Banana cake.
Okay.
Let me just tell you right now that I really love what the team is looking like. They really feel like they love to play with each other. You noticing that? They actually love to play with each other. I just saw a clip. I sent it to JJ earlier of the buzzer beater shot that Brunson hit. Other people were high-fiving each other. Cat high five Hart in the corner. They just want to win, and that's a mark of a team that wants to go places. When you are happy for the next man's achievements. So what it does is it makes us stronger to start off with. Number one, it makes us more rebounding right off the top with having Hart, having OG, and having Cat in there. Our rebounding, we should out-rebound them immediately. If we don't get off to a fast start, I'd be very, very surprised because of the defense and the offensive rebound ability that we have. I'd be very surprised. And then again, like you said, I want to answer what you said, but the other one too. You know that I've always said that the captain is a combo guard, and that I always wanted to see him with somebody else that would bring the ball up, because he always that trap that they try to set for him at the half before the half line.
Mhm.
Now that they're doing all that, that's done. You can't. There's no more trap. You got 3 people bringing the ball up now. So now it's good to go. Everybody gets set. The captain can go find his own spot, get himself ready, or just take the ball at half. So I think it's great.
Yeah. Real talk. Salute to the chat. Shaw Powell, I want to do something right quick, and then I get back to it. Here, look at this right here, Shaw Powell and Jay Choden. Check this out. Shaw Powell is now that Anunoby's back, right? He's back. Look at this schedule and give me your thoughts on what you think, Shaw Powell is looking at this schedule. What the Knicks can do. Let's say in the next 10 games, they got the Jazz tonight, Shaw Powers. Then they got Orlando in the Garden. Then they go to Toronto for the Emirates Cup. Depending on what happens in the Emirates Cup, they don't play until the 18th. They go to Indiana. Then they got Philly at home, Miami at home on the 21st. They go to Minnesota, and they got the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Garden. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4 games, maybe 4, and the next 7 games, like 4 games, 5 games at home. What's your thoughts on the Knicks schedule with Anunoby back, and do you see them staying over 500 with Shaw Powers with this upcoming schedule? Like I said, we got the Jazz tonight, Orlando at home. We go to Toronto to try to win that Emirates Cup game. We at Indiana. We got Philly in the Garden. We got Miami in the Garden. We go to Minnesota, and then we get back at home for Christmas against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Where would you like to see your Knicks be at within this time frame?
I believe OG right now, this game and the Orlando game will be more on somewhat of a minutes kind of like restriction. I don't want to say restriction, but I don't think he's going to play more than 30 minutes. But I think by the Raptors game, I think he's going to be ready to play 38 minutes. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I think by that game, I think he'll ramp it up. So I think these next 2 games, if we see 20 minutes, 24 minutes, 26 minutes, you know what I mean? That might be a lot, but I think the minutes will be somewhere around that for OG, at least for this game, and probably a little bit of Orlando's game. I think this guy's coming back. He's going to be injured, but let's see what happens. I think he'll be fully ramped up by the Raptors game. And in the next 10 games, I mean, 5-5 is a mandatory, you know what I mean? 5-5 is mandatory, but I think the Knicks do better than that. I think they do better than that. With OG coming back and him starting to ramp himself back up, and now you have a defined starting lineup and a solid 4-man crew, 4.55 guys in the second unit that now that you are willing to help out and put on the court and don't have no problem. You already know your minutes. You know when you get ready to come on. Brown doesn't even have to look down the bench to know when you get ready to go in. You know when to go in. You know your time. So you know exactly what it is. So I'm happy about that. I think Josh Ho was a great pickup to be put back in the starting lineup. And that was one of the guys that I thought that should start back in the starting lineup. I said it. Like, I think, why break it up? You know what I mean? Unless we had somebody that was, I didn't see anybody. Deuce is a good start, but I like Deuce when he comes in and hits the big shot. And I think Deuce would be excellent in the starting unit as well with OG and Mikal. Those 3 guys on point of attack defense would kill it. But Josh Hart is not trash at it. He just sometime he at it. If he tired, he ain't going out there. He do a Julius Randle every once in a blue moon. Man, I ain't going to get that, man. He gonna let him shoot. You know what I mean? That's how he plays sometimes. He be like,
You got it.
I'm running around. He's like, let him shoot, man. Let him. Dang, man. All right, he get the ball and then run down the court and go do a layup. My bag. So I'm happy to see that, and this is going to help us push the pace. With OG, I don't think we're going to put so much pace with OG, but OG and Mikal with Josh Hart in the starting lineup running down the court is deadly. You know what I mean? And with Cat and Brunson on your right wing and your back trail coming down the court, that's also. And Josh Hart is a guy that can triple-double any given night. You give him enough shots, you give him enough rebounds, you give him enough passes to get to, he'll make it. So I'm happy to see what we're going to go out there tonight. And I don't think we're going to blow them out, but I think we're going to beat them real good.
Okay, before I send this Jay Chosen, let me shout out to the CPF, Celso Porto fam. Obviously, we got the general of the Knicks fan army, the CEO, Mr. Ron is in the building. Salute Ron, salute Porto, salute to the whole chat. AP, thank you for the super chat. Like I said, I'm looking at that schedule, and I see it this way. Now that Anunoby's back later, it changed the dynamics to me. It does. Because now I think Clarkson is not going to be that guy they key on now because Deuce and Bride is back in there.
Thanks.
Now they prior to like even last year they can key on Deuce in the second unit because there was nobody else that they had to worry about. So now that he's back there with Clarkson, now they got to worry about Deuce and Clarkson. You know what I mean? That's going to be interesting. And hopefully, Shaw Powers, that means Tyler Cole is going to find these guys where they need to find them at. You know what I mean? Now, and I think that the Yabusele thing will work itself out, but I'm still looking forward to, like, Mitch never played 30 minutes in his whole career, except when he was a rookie. He even split 24 minutes a game with Hartenstein.
Yep.
So he's probably going to be on the same pace with Cat or whoever. But I do like that bench with Kolick, floor general, Jay Chosen, Deuce McBride, Clarkson, Yabusele, and Mitch. I really want to see them guys get up and down that floor and turn it up, bro. You know what I mean? And knowing that their best three-point shooter right now is Deuce, so he can always, when he coming down, and give him credit, he get to the bucket and everything like that. So, Joseph, what do you think our bench can accomplish now with Anunoby back in the starting lineup? Now you got Deuce, Clarkson, Kolick, Yabusele, and Mitch. I think that's enough of a bench right now to sustain sustaining games because Deuce is a defender, Mitch is a defender. The other guys play defense, but they're not above average, but they do play it. But having a guy like Deuce who could defend on the backcourt and the wing and having an anchor up top like Mitchell Robinson, how do you feel this team can in these next 10 games, like I told Shaw Powers, whatever the case, how you think they're going to fare well with this situation they're in?
Well, first of all, it sounds great to me. Kolick, if you watch Kolick, he is a true point guard. He sees the entire thing. So that pass he hit Bridges with, thread the needle, it was one of the best passes of all year. He just thread the needle between like three guys. He wants to run. If you get him, you see him, he wants to get out there and run. Deuce wants to get out there and run. I think what it does for Clarkson is once Kolick brings up the ball and hits, let's say Deuce in the corner, Deuce hits a three. That makes all the attention go to Deuce. And then Robinson grab a offensive rebound, throw it back out to whoever, and then Clarkson could shoot and score. The moment he starts, all the attention starts going to Deuce, Clarkson has more opportunity to be a playmaker. And I really believe it's all about having that opportunity, making him be the player, that sixth man that he was, making him become that. So I not only think that we're going to be at least 5-5 in that, but I think that we have a good chance of going 7 or 8 wins. And when you're when you have championship aspirations, you have to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat.
Facts.
You have to beat them. All right, you could play tough. Like tonight, you know how many people are out in the Jazz, and I'm not joking. Like it's crazy. Kessler, Net Jiang, the other backup, the other center. What's his face? They're all out. So like for me, I would play because we need people like OG for the Magic, for the Toronto. We need that. So I think it does a lot for us. Bringing OG coming back and letting Kolick have more minutes with Deuce running like that. So I do like him off the bench, like you're saying. I think it does wonders for us. Mm-hmm. Does wonders. I mean, and who really cares? You're right. He never did 30 minutes. So in 20 minutes, he grabbed 17 rebounds.
Right.
Like, what? So who cares?
Right. Yep. Yeah, I'm there with you on a lot of your analogy, man. This is a good team, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, tonight, I am so ecstatic on Friday Night Knicks on MSG and KRT. My man OG Anunoby is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to get there.
Because now we pretty much one player who was having a great year, Landry Shamet, the only player right now missing out this nucleus that we put together. And he got about another 3 weeks to get reevaluated, and it's fine because we got enough firepower to sustain while he's going. That means now Tyler Cole's got to give us a few minutes like that, and Yabusele got to up his game. Now I still think Yabusele going to get there. I don't think you've seen the best of the Knicks team yet. I really don't. Because what happened when Yabusele finally gets into a groove, and it's going to happen. He ain't going to stink up the whole year, ladies and gentlemen. It just takes longer than expected, Shaw Powers. But I don't think Yabusele going to stink up the whole year. I just think that he's the one he's the last piece that's probably going to really get into a rhythm. But I'm good with where we at. We got a deep team. Our record don't lie. Our numbers don't lie. We one of the top scoring teams in the NBA so far. Now you bringing Anunoby back into the mix. The bench gets stronger, Shaw Powers. And, listen, there's always going to be some cons to this thing. We don't bring our A game one night, you lose a night, right? But for the most part, I think we've been pretty good, Shaw Powers. We just got to continue tonight, man, and go down here in MSG on Friday night and get a win to get us to 15-7, and then take it from there.
This is a nice little. I don't want to say these games are easier for us. Our in my opinion, our hard season starts in like February, March. Those games back then when we on the West Coast and all that, that's when we had. Right now we're more on the East Coast. We're more at home. We got a couple more home games going on and stuff like that. Let's run amok. Let's get as many wins as we can and strengthen our home winning streak as much as we can. And let's start winning some of these games on the road. But right now, it's about home court advantage. And we are at home tonight, and I need us to dominate. This is a team that I am not sleeping on, but I know with OG coming back, even with limited minutes, OG's not going to come back and give us 30 points tonight. But he might get out there and get 8 and 4 and 2 blocks at a steal or something like that, a partridge in a pear tree. You know what I mean? Fa la 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 la. So let's get out there and do what we need to do to get this win, accompany this win to OG coming back.
Hey, real quick, hey, Nick Yak, what do you think? That's a great point, Nick Yak, and I want you to follow up on that. What do you think he should run Yabusele more like give him a post game? What's your thoughts on that, Nick Yak? Because he is spotting up for a lot of threes out there. Is it the post up for him? Is it more about drive and cuts? What do you think? How he can open up his game, Nick Yak? Instead of
I can give a quick question for that answer. I get a quick answer for that question. Okay, let's get him out of being the center and match him up with Mitchell Robinson, where he could play power forward. Let's leave him if he wants to shoot those 3-point shots and all that stuff. Let's leave him at a power forward instead of him being a center that got to defend on the 3-point line and then got to run back in, defend on the 3-point line like a power forward and then run back in like a center to grab rebounds. Let's put him as a power forward and leave him as a power forward. And I think he got some moves to the basket and all that stuff. He just doesn't have a defined role right now. And with this team right now, with Mitch back there, Yabusele should be getting some minutes, burn some now. Deuce in the second unit, Clarkson back in the second unit. Now we're going to be starting making some noise, man. We're going to make a little bit of noise. There's going to be some chirping right now. I want to see what happens now. Now it's that solid 9.5, 10-man rotation. I'm ready for it now.
Can I piggyback real quick on that, Devon?
Let me answer this question. You get right into it.
Go ahead.
I got you, Nick. He said closer to the basket. He said close to the basket for rebounds and cuts. Exactly. I see you on that one, man. Go ahead, Jay Chosen.
Yeah, well, that's exactly, and Shaw basically just said that too, to get him closer to the basket, get him there for the rebounds, get him there for the cuts, let the man get under the rim. You know what? Go as far as letting him play power forward, even sometimes making, if you're running a large team, depending on the large team, let him run with some of the biggest players. Let him run with OG. Let him run with some of these guys. Now you have more people who can do that with 2 guards, We just need him under the rim. He needs to stay away from the three until he starts getting a couple of points. Let him have a couple of games where he has 10, 8, and 5 rebounds, 10, 6 rebounds. Maybe you get 3 or 4 of those, he'll start being real comfortable. Then the 3 might come a little more easy. I'm telling you, it's sometimes I really believe it's something about, it's between the ears. I don't think it has anything to do with his skills. We saw this man play before. He had skills. So it's definitely not about his skills. It's something between the ears. He has to figure that out on the, but hopefully there's people around him that can help him do that, and I'm really, listen, and the worst come to worst, like you said, there's 9.5, 9.5. We don't need more centers. We have Huckaporty, we have Mitch, we have Cat. Let the man play the position he should be playing. What is he? 6'8"? He's 6'8", right?
Yeah.
Power forward. He's a power forward. He's not a center. Not in this league.
Yeah, you know what he needed to do also? He needed to pick upon himself. And I think this is important for a lot of NBA ball players. Don't let your first shot be a three-pointer. Go somewhere where you can get like even if you go down in the paint, like Nick Yak said down there, get fouled, go through the charity stripe. Once you see that ball go through that net on the charity stripe, that means you kind of formulated your stroke. The first shot I noticed that he do is always a three-pointer. No, go where the percentage is more better at, and that's down in the paint, like y'all said. Whether it's a cut or whether it's just a rebound, and put the ball. Let's see the ball go through the hole first. Once you see that ball go through that hole, that's going to give you the confidence. You hear Clyde say it all the time. Shooting is confidence, and it's a fact. Once he see that ball go through that hole, whether it's a layup or it's a fast break, shot power, or whether it's he get fouled and go there and sink 2 feet. And then he go outside because he done found that confidence or that stroke for a minute to get a popping. So I think that's where he'd be at. I think he'd get there. And we'll see how it goes, man. But we're gonna go around the panel. It's about to be game time. Give me y'all closing arguments, your thoughts, Jay Choden, then Shaw Powell, and I'll get in there. Then we get up out of here. Enjoy the Friday Night Knicks on MSG from KRT. Knicks Real Talk. Go ahead, Jay Choden.
No doubt. From KRT, doing it just to get there. You know what I'm saying? Listen, on some real talk, all the pros are that OG is back.
Fact.
I'm looking for and that is just we're one man short now of the full squad that we had coming in, and he is an important piece. He's the core four. So I want him to assimilate himself back into the game. He is not a dummy. He's not a rambunctious type of player. He's not going to go out there and do dumb stuff to get himself hurt or, set himself back. Mm-hmm. So I expect to see something out of OG, somewhere like 16 points, 6 rebounds, couple of steals, maybe a block. And I'll be happy with that. I'll be really happy with that. I think that we move the ball well. And maybe I'm not saying that it's going to be the type of game where in the fourth quarter we're going to empty out the bench or anything like that. But I do expect to handily beat this team. And in the Garden on a Friday, which is very, you know what it is. I'm going to say that we're going to win tonight. I'm going to go 123 to 2. No, okay. 123 to
OG that thorough?
OG going off of 70. OG going off of 78 tonight. 123 to 107. 123 to 107. I like that. And my game, my player tonight is going to be it's easy to say OG, but I think tonight my play is going to be Clarkson.
Man, don't be stealing my shit, yo.
Finally, you got me twice last week, man. Twice.
No, good job, good call. Shaw Powell. Jay Toller said 2 points. He must think and about to shut down that whole team tonight to score 2 points.
Control the pace, grab your
right.
rebounds, hit your free throws. Shoot over 37% from 3-point land, over 27 assists tonight, and let's stay above 80% from the free throw line. I got the Knicks winning a closer game. And I'm going to keep it to the margins. I got the Knicks winning 121 to 114, 121 to 114. And my guy tonight that's gonna blow it up tonight is gonna be Yabusele. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 block shots, and 2 steals. Let's get it.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm going with Jay Chodo for this reason. This brother about to play his former team, he has been there for 5-6 years, won 6 Man of the Year with the Utah Jazz, fan favorite in Utah. He get to go against his former team in the Garden on Friday night. Knicks. Clarkson gonna light that shit up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He like Keon George. I taught you how to be Keon George. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm with you on that. I'm gonna have to go ride with Jay Chosen on the Clarkson thing. But on a serious note, Anunoby comes back. First quarter makes it hard on whoever playing power forward on that team tonight. He might have been out. OG Anunoby might take a step back offensively, but he ain't taking no step back defensively. He locked in on that shit. Yeah. So I'm having fun with it. I think the New York Knicks outscored him from the 3-point line. I don't think that team is a good defense. They got a lot of offense weapons. They're not a good defensive team. They don't got nobody who scared you on the other side of the ball that Marketing don't defend. I don't think none of them cats are defenders. So I'm going to go with you guys, but I'm going to go a little higher. I think the New York Knicks will pop it up tonight, 127. And I think our defense will be back. And because Deuce McBride is going back to the bench, they're a little stronger there. I think Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Yabusele, Mitchell Robinson. I think that's a lot to handle. I'm going to go 127 to 110. New York Knicks get it popping by 17. Blow them cats.
I like that.
And get ready for Orlando Magic Sunday. Hopefully. You know what I mean? Nick Yak got 132, 118. Doug Fresh got 1. I ain't mad at you with that, Nick Yak. I got 128, 127. I think I said 127.
127,
I didn't even consider Clarkson because of Utah. I don't even know why I didn't even.
That was the first thing that popped in my mind. I'm like, Clarkson go bananas, man.
I'm sticking with Yabusele. I think Yabusele will have a good game tonight.
I think so too, and I think Shaw Powell. I think Yabusele just on that cusp is really getting in his rhythm. I think
so, man. I keep saying every time I see him, I be like, oh, that's good. There you go, nice block. I'm getting on him a little bit. So
tonight's a game like that though. If we get up good, you'll see Yabusele, Clarkson. You're gonna see
all them guys playing.
You're gonna see Hakaporti, you're going to see those are the people you're going to see. Not the bench like Dottier. You're going to see them, Clarkson and them.
Okay. Well, let me shoot out my man. He just came in the chat, even though we about to leave. Ronald Duffy. Ronald, what's popping, my man? Thank you for coming on the chat. Ronald Duffy, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate everybody in the chat today. Great show, ladies and gentlemen. Sharp Powers, Jay Choden. Let's go, Knicks. Let's get this 15-7 thing, man, because we got a big payback game Sunday against Orlando Magic. I'm looking forward to that game. We owe them one. They came and tried to disrespect us the last time we played them. We got to shut that shit down Sunday, bro.
Yep.
We might be on tomorrow night, right?
I'm good with it. Let's get it. We'll do the recap tomorrow night. And then we get ready for Sunday's game. Let's talk about it, man. Listen,
Sunday's a matinee, ain't it?
Let me see. Let me do that right quick. I got you right.
I think Sunday's a matinee.
Okay. If Sunday's a matinee,
is it? I think so.
No.
It's it's 12 o'clock game. We're gonna do the show tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Like Sean Powell said, because it's a matinee game Sunday, we'll do the pregame show tomorrow night, and we get in here and get it popping. And real talk, Chop Out, good looking. I appreciate that, my brother, for keeping us on the fold on that one, because I definitely didn't. I thought that was like a cock game. So let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Davis, 118.98. He talking about Nick shutting them boys down.
I like that. I like keeping them on the 100. I do like keeping them on the 100. I do want us to get better with that. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Listen, Jay chose Shot Powers to the chat. I see you guys tomorrow night, man. We're gonna sign out and get it popping. Salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. Hit that like, subscribe for your boy. Hit that like, subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Yo, peace, everybody.
Peace, peace. Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go.
You are now about to witness the
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style just aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. On the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up to tip off. We flew by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the bar too far for you to reach on. We got our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Knicks going to the wire, hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding the orange blue sky. And Metropolitan, we connect in the Vesco wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and fashion fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks assassin.
You are now about to witness the
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!